Let's unbox the first 4 Hot Wheels cases of 2026.
The 2026 Hot Wheels A case. I get all of my cases from Grana Toys. If you want to get your own Hot Wheels case sent to you each time a new one comes out, check out granatoys.com. Links in the description box below. The regular treasure hunt for this case is the 87 Buick Regal GNX, and the super treasure hunt for this case is Drift Ender. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here and get our first cars out. First one that we see is the Mod Mill, followed by the 2016 or 2015 Land Rover Defender Double Cab. And then we have Pass and Go, and this is a new for 2026, our first new for 2026 casting, and this is made after that Monopoly piece, so really cool, and it looks like bigger than a Monopoly piece, the actual one that you get with Monopoly, but you could totally use this in the Monopoly game. And then we have, well, because I guess it's 90 years of Monopoly, that's the celebration of it. There's our new for 2026 logo on international cases. For US cases, it's gonna say new for 2026 under the 2026. For the international ones, it just says 2026. So very cool that we got that one. Let's go ahead up to the top right here. And we've got the HW Ultimate T-Rex Transporter, followed by the 83 Chevy Silverado. And then we have the Decidedly Go in a new color variation. And let's see what else we have up here. We've got the 69 Dodge Charger Daytona. That's a cool color. Look at that, like a nice gold on there with the 56 on the side and then Daytona written on the back. Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400 with the what is it, the RR? I can't remember what the RR stands for, but it's that's a new colorway as well. Roger Dodger also in a new nice teal color. That's a really cool color, actually. I like the striping on there as well. Let's go ahead and put those down. What else do we have up top right here? We've got the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, the McMurdy Sperling right here. We saw that one previously. Land Rover Defender 90, and by previously I mean we saw it in our previous case. Land Rover Defender 90, there we go. And what else do we have right here? Quick Chat, that's a new color of that. We've got the Track Ripper, also a new color. And then our Ford RS 200, that's the main line to what would be the Super from the 2025 Q case, the last case that we had. And we'll go right up here. We've got the Carbonator right there, followed by Diora 2, that's a new color for that, and the Revenger ST right there. Nice. All right, and what else do we have? We've got Decidedly Go and another one of the Land Rover Defender 90s, followed by the Street Shrieker. And what else do we have? We've got, nice new color of the 59 Chevy Impala. That's a cool casting. Like to see all the color variations that they have. And that's a really nice one. Like all the stripes on there. Another one of the Pass and Goes and a 2018 Bentley Continental GT3. Put those down. And we've got the Solar Reflex, EV Solar Reflex, followed by another one of the Land Rover Defender double cabs, and the RD06 looks to be a new color of that one. What else do we have? We've got the Audi 90 Quattro, and that is 100% an error. Check that one out. All the graphics on the side of it are gone. Wow, that is very cool. That's a really cool error to see. So that's, first case, we got an error. Very nice. I like that. That's cool. We've got the Barbie Dream Camper right there. The return of that casting. We saw that one several years ago. And there's another one of the Ford RS 200s. Put those down. And we've got the Gordon Murray Automotive T33 in yellow. Love that. That is super cool. Another Quick Chat. And also we have the Pontiac Aztec Custom, and that one's in a nice like silver grayish metallic colorway. And what else do we have for the first half? We've got the Roadster, followed by the Mod Mill, and followed by a Drift and Brake. All right, nice. All right, let's get to the next half of this case and see what else we have. We're pulling out our first one. Oh, check it out. It's the treasure hunt for the case. Loving it. The 87 Buick Regal GNX treasure hunt. And let's see if we can find that treasure hunt logo on here at all. I don't see it on. Oh, I do see it. There it is on the side right near the 87 You can see that TH logo right at the bottom of the 8 right there. So that's really cool. And then we should have the treasure hunt logo on the inside as well. You can see it just behind the car right there. So that is super cool. And check that out. This one is also damaged, but you know what? We're going to be unboxing this one anyways, opening it up. So that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Honda Moto Compo in a new color. I think we saw that one in the previous case. And we've got, there it is, the Audi 90 Quattro. So check this one out. Okay, so that's the proper one with the graphics on the side. And here is the Air variation that we got. That Air is super cool. Wow, I really, really like that. I don't know if I should keep this or should I pass this on to you guys. Maybe we'll auction this one off on Whatnot. I think that would be super cool to pass it on. I'm not really an Air collector, but that is one of the coolest Airs that I've ever seen. So there's a regular, there's your Air, so we know the difference on those. We'll put those aside. What else do we have up top right here? We've got the Hot Wings, followed by the Batmobile, and another new for 2026 casting. It's the Porsche 911 Carrera T. Loving Porsche. As you guys know, I love my Porsche, so that is super cool. New for 2026 casting. There it is from the bottom as well. Very nice. I can't wait to open that one up. But there it is, new for 2026. And what else do we have up top right here? McLaren W1, that's the second color variation. We did see that one in the previous case though. Volkswagen T3 Custom and the Polestar TRX. That was the last new for 2025 casting. And what else do we have? We have got... Oh, it's the yellow Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione. Loving that new color of it. Instant Boost. That is a new for 2026 casting. There we go. Instant Boost. Very nice. And also Bounce and Base. That also looks like a new for 2026 casting. So we have, I think, a total of 4 new for 2026 castings already in the A case. So very cool case so far. Good, great start to the year. Absolutely loving it. Porsche 911 Carrera Clip Car. Another one of the 83 Chevy Silverados, followed by the Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Super right here. That is really cool. I'll put those aside. And we've got the yellow Ferrari F40 Competizione. We saw this one in our previous case, but I'm absolutely loving that one. That one's going on my wall to collect with my Ferrari collection. Sushi Tuner, followed by another one of the 2018 Bentley Continental GT3s. And what else do we have? We've got, the Maserati Chamel in a nice new blue color. I like that. It's a nice metallic blue, looking good. Bounce and Base, another one of those. Followed by another Ferrari F40 Competizione. Loving that one, beautiful. All right, and we've got another one of the Hot Wings, another Volkswagen T3 Custom, followed by the Batmobile, again, another one of those. All right, and we've got another Porsche Carrera. There we go, the 911 Carrera T, that's the new for 2026. Another McLaren W1, and another Moto Compo. All right, getting down to it here, guys. Let's see. Ooh, I see some good ones coming up here. We've got the Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Super, followed by a new color of the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. That is a beauty. Yellow, blacked out wheels, and we've got, look at that. That's just a gorgeous looking car. And then the Drift Ender. That is the main line to the Super Treasure Hunt. That is not the Super Treasure Hunt, unfortunately, but I do have a Super Treasure Hunt in hand to show you in a second, so stay tuned. And what else do we have at the bottom here? We've got a Honda Civic Type R. Looks to be a new color of that. Another Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione, followed by another Instant Boost. And the very bottom of our case, we have got a 2020 Jeep Gladiator right there. That's a new color of that. Another Porsche 911 Carrera Clip and the McMurdy Sperling as well. All right, let's see the Super Treasure Hunt for this case. That is the Drift Ender Super Treasure Hunt, and there is the mainline that we got, so we can put them on top of each other, and we can get a little bit of a comparison right here. So you can see the Super Treasure Hunt does have the TH logo just right there on the side with the 45, and then it does have different wheels. You can see those nice wheels, and then you can see the real riders on these as well, so rubber tires on them. But that's the differences on the two right there. So yeah, you might mistake them in store. If you're going through these, you might mistake the Super and the regular, so be very careful. But you can see that major difference in the wheels, and obviously the big TH logo on the side is a huge difference maker as well. But you can see this one's like a paddy wagon, so it's like a police paddy wagon type of thing. Got the turbos on the front end with the 45. It's pretty cool. Not a bad start for Super Treasure Hunts, but I would say probably will be in the lower end at the end of year rankings because there are some beauties coming up for future cases.
The 2026 Hot Wheels B case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is the 92 Dodge Viper RT10, and the Super Treasure Hunt for this case is the Ford Mustang GTD. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it.
And we'll start right at the top right here, grab our first three cars. And our first one we have is the McLaren Formula One team. Very nice. We've got the new McLaren mainline for the F1 cars. Then we have RD06, followed by the Ferrari SF90 Stradale right here. That's a nice new blue color variation of it. I think that's our, probably third or fourth color variation of the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. Really like that in the blue with the blacked out 10-spoke wheels. Looking really good. I look forward to opening that one up. And right at the top right here, we'll grab our next three. We've got the 47 Chevy Fleetline, followed by the McMurdy Spirling right here. And that's a new color variation. It's our first recolor of that casting that was new from the 2025 model year. Then we have the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. And this one looks like it's got some nice striping and some sponsorships and stuff on the side of it. Looking pretty good. I like that. All right, let's see what else we have up here. We've got another Ford Mustang, this time the Mach E 1400. And then it's got some nice graphics and stuff on the side with the mesh wheels. We have the Gordon Murray Automotive T33 in yellow. And we have also a yellow of the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. That one's looking at two nice yellow cars. Yellow, my favorite color. Absolutely loving these recolors of those two right there. We'll put those aside. We'll grab our next ones. We've got the Maserati Chamel, and that one's in a nice metallic blue colorway. We've got the Carbonator right there, the 2026 New Year car, followed by the 83 Chevy Silverado Black Widow written on there. That is really cool of a livery right there. Look at all the graphics and stuff. All those Silverado lovers will really like that one. That's going to be definitely a collectible one for sure. I like that too. And what else do we have? We've got the High Tail Chaser. That is a new casting for 2026. There's your 2026 International Card logo for our new casting right there. Very, very nice. And then we also did pull out the Optimus Prime. That looks to be a new recolor. I'd have to compare it to the old one to see exactly what changed. To me, it looks like the same color. It might be just a different wheel variation, and that's all. All right, we'll put those ones aside. And I didn't grab this one. Oh, that is also a new for 2026 model right there, and that is the Pagani Zonda Cinque Exotic Cars series, but that is a tuned out variation of it right there. Check that out. These tuned cars, they're actually getting better and better. I'm normally not into like the cartoonish style like the real ones, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool how they actually did like a hypercar in the tuned out variation. So we'll put that aside. What else do we have right here? We've got the Pass and Go. That is also new for 2026 model. We did see it in the A case though, so it's not the first time we've seen that one, but that is a pretty cool casting for Monopoly. And we've got the Porsche Taycan Turbo S in white. I like that. That is really good. That's the proper, kind of like the launch color, how they did that one. Although it was, I think it was more of a white wheel with the black trim. I can't remember exactly, but similar. Track Ripper is our next one right there. There you go. And what else do we have? We've got the X-Steam, followed by the Braille Racer in new color. And then we have the Mazda MX-5 Miata, and that is, I think that's that Legends Tour winning car. And then we're getting it now in recolors. So there he is in that white recolor for that one. And what else do we have right here? We'll pull out, oh, we're pulling too many cars out here at the time here. We've got The 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger right there, looking good. It's a nice metallic kind of goldish bronze colorway right there. The 2018 Honda Civic Type R in white, followed by the Barbie Dream Camper right there, obviously in pink. The Barbie Dream Camper. We've seen that one before, but that one's pretty cool. And what else do we have? We've got the What's Up. The What's Up. Okay, that's what's that. It's not a new casting. Do I remember this one? It must have been several years ago that this one came out, but there it is. What's Up. Followed by the RDO6. And we've got the Instant Boost. And the Instant Boost is a new for 2026 casting as well. I think we saw that one in the previous case though, but there it is. Instant Boost. And what else do we have? We've got Roger Dodger, nice teal colorway on that one right there, followed by the 68 Dodge Charger Daytona. And check it out, we've got the treasure hunt for the case. And yes, I love Dodge Vipers, and so super happy that they made this a treasure hunt. Very, very obvious that it's a treasure hunt with that treasure hunt logo written on the side of that door. Viper RT10. This is the new retooled Viper RT10 casting as well, much better than the previous one that they released. And also on the bottom, we should be able to see down below, there is your treasure hunt logo just behind there as well, just to confirm, but very obvious that we can see the treasure hunt logo on that side door. But yeah, really cool. White with the blue stripes, looking really good. Happy to have that one as our treasure hunt for the case. What else do we have right here? Ooh, we've got the new color for the Bugatti Bleed. Check that out. That is super cool. I love the white 10-spoke wheels on that. That is looking really good. Look at all the graphics on the top right there as well. Very cool. Loving that for a recolor. There's another Maserati Chamel, followed by the Drift Box. And that is a new for 2026 casting, as our box is coming apart right here. But yeah, that's a new casting. That looks good. Drift Box, some sort of like hatchback drift car. What's it got written on the side of there as well? Dots HW Drift Shop. And we got some dots on the paint right there. Okay, interesting. Not really my thing, but hey, it is what it is. Put that aside, and we'll grab the last two down here. And you know what? Let's pull out this cardboard piece. It's really wanting us to get to the bottom of this case here, so we'll pull that cardboard piece out. But we got another McMurdy Sperling right there. We've got the Batmobile in a gray recolor, and we have the 2020 Jeep Gladiator in yellow right there. And we'll put those aside, and we're already at the bottom of the case right here. So let's go. Let's just grab our Mustang GTD. That is the regular, not the Super Treasure Hunt, although we still have a chance for a Super Treasure Hunt in this case, so we'll find out. We've got another one of the high tail chasers right there with that big wang on the back right there. And we've got the Diora 2 right there in a new recolor. And let's grab up top, what do we have? We've got another one of the Dodge Charger Daytonas. That is a Porsche 911 Carrera T. That's a new for 2026 casting, although we did see it in the A case, so it's not new to this case, but still cool to get another one of those. And we got the 47 Chevy Fleetline as well. And what else do we have? Pulling out more cars here. We got the 59 Chevy Impala. Nice color on that. Another one of the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500s. And we've got the Purple Passion. Not in purple though. Is it like a metallic pink? It's like a metallic pink color. Interesting. All right, Purple Passion in the metallic pink. Obviously, they can't release these all in purple since they've already done it in purple as a Super as well. And what else do we have? We've got the HW Kit Concept. And check out the finish on that. Matte black. That is crazy looking in the matte black finish. I like that. And we've got the Drift Ender. That is the regular to what would be a Super Treasure Hunt from the previous case, the A case, but that's just the regular variation of it. And we do have another Drift Box right there. And what else do we have? We've got a Gordon Murray Automotive T33, another one in yellow. We've got a Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400, and we've got the Roller Toaster in an interesting new color variation of that. Check that out. That is pretty crazy. And this one you can push the little, what is it? You push this thing down in the back, the little handle thing, and then the toast goes down. So interesting casting, fantasy casting, of course. What else do we have? We've got the Jeep Gladiator in yellow again. We've got another Instant Boost, and we've got another one of the Batmobiles. Throw those aside, and then we'll grab the 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger. There's another one of those. We've got another 2018 Honda Civic Type R, and we've got a recolor of the 5-alarm fire truck right here. So there is a nice new recolor of that one. If you collect these ones, there's several different recolors of them. Throw it aside. What else do we have right here? We've got the Bounce in Base. That is a new for 2026 casting, but we did see that one in the A case, so it's not new to the B case, but there we have it. We've got another one of the Porsche Taycan Turbo S's in that white, and another Pagani Zonda Cinque in the tuned out variation. That is a new casting. And what else do we have? We've got Hollerback right here as well, followed by the 59 Chevy Impala. And what is this? This is the Ragin Express, and I love looking at the Ragin Expresses and all the liveries and paints that they do on the side. This one, we've got that waving cat. That was a Hot Wheels casting as well, that they made into a Hot Wheels casting. But that is definitely a wild looking casting, and then obviously they do it with that crazy livery on the side. And what else do we have? We've got 24/7, which to me looks like the Mazda RX-7, the FD, and this is before I think they got the license for it, but they still come out with the 24/7, even though they do have the FD RX-7 license now. We've got a Drift Ender right there. There's your main line, and look at that, another Ferrari SF90 Stradale in the crazy metallic blue color. Love it. Liking to have extras of those because I do collect them carded and loose, so that is cool. We've got a Batmobile, another one of those ones. I think that's a third Batmobile in this case. We've got a Monster High Gowlmobile right there. Gowlmobile. That's from the Netflix series. There's their Monster High right there, Netflix series. And we've got the Cupra E-Racer in a new color variation as well. Nice graphics on the side of that one. And our last three cars of the case. What do we have right here? We have Solar Reflex, followed by the 2018 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster, and another one of the Chevy Silverados right there with the Black Widow on the side. And here's your main line to the Super Treasure Hunt for the case, the Ford Mustang GTD. I did not get the Super in this case, but we do have a Super Treasure Hunt of it loose to show you, so we can have a look at it. So if you do find one of these on the shelf, this is exactly what it will look like. There it is, nice kind of Spectra Flame blue with the gold wheels, looking really good. There's your wheel routers on there as well in the tread, and we'll go ahead and compare it side by side so you can see. So definitely you should have no problems telling the difference between those two. Super Treasure Hunt on the top, main on the bottom. So if you do see the Ford Mustang GTD, make sure you have a second look and grab that Super Treasure Hunt if you can. But let me know in the comment section down below which is your favorite car from this case.
In the 2026 Hot Wheels C case, the regular treasure hunt for this case is the Electro Silhouette, and the Super Treasure Hunt for this case is the Ferrari F40 Competizione. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it.
And we'll start right at the top right here, grab our first cars out. Looks like we've got a couple of bent cards in the case. Sometimes that does happen, it's pretty normal. We got the Mazda RX-7 as our first one. Looks like a new recolor of that one. Then we have the 2017 Audi RS6 Avant in yellow. Wow, I really like that. You guys know yellow's my favorite color, so obviously all these yellow recolors look good, but that's a really nice striking yellow colorway. I like that. We got the Donut Drifter next as well. I'll put those aside. We'll grab our next three up at the top right here. We've got the What's Up. We've seen that one in our previous case. We got the Electro Silhouette, and that looks to be the treasure hunt for the case. It is. You can see the treasure hunt logo just right behind there. And if we look on the car itself, yep, there's the treasure hunt logo just right out the front right there. So we do have the treasure hunt, so that's pretty cool to find the treasure hunt in the case. Put that aside. We also did get the 67 Camaro. Wow, that's a nice gold color, metallic gold on the 67 Camaro. Very nice indeed. Grab our next three. We got the McMurdy Sperling right there. We saw that one in a previous case. We got a new Ferrari recolor. It is the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione, and that one is in white with the blue on the front and the red on the back right there. Or is it? Yeah, there it is. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it. Gold wheels too. There's the blue on the front and the white base on the bottom of that one. So nice new recolor for a Ferrari. Desert Drifter is our next one as well. Looks like a new color of that as well. And we'll put those aside. We've got the Bugatti Bolide. That was my favorite car from the B case, and we've got it carried over to the C case as well. We got the Lucid Air, and that is, yeah, kind of an ugly color, to be honest. Not really my thing. Don't really like the color, Car's all right, but color not so much. Cupra E-Racer looks to be a new one of that one as well. We've got the 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger right there, followed by the Mazda MX-6 Miata and the Braille Racer Twin Mill as well. All right, very nice. Put those aside. We've got the X-Steam, followed by the Volvo Drift Wagon in blue, and it looks to be a new color of the Mercedes Unimog 1300L. It's kind of cool. Kind of like that recolor of it. And what does it say on the side? It says Expedition Scout. All right, it is what it is. Next up, we got the Kit concept car right there, followed by the Hightail Chaser, and I think we saw that one in our previous case. Yeah, I think we did. Followed by the Porsche Taycan Turbo S in white. I love that look in white. Looking really, really good. All right, put those aside. And we've got the 69 Chevelle, and that's an X-Racers Series one right there, followed by the Optimus Prime from Transformers, and we've got the Pagani Zonda Cinque right there, and that's the tuned out variation that was new to the B case, but it carried over to the C case. I'll put that aside. And we've got the 47 Fleet Line, followed by the Ferrari SF90 Stradale in blue. That is also a carryover from the B case right there. But hey, let's have another good look at that. That's a beauty. Really, really nice looking blue. Very close to being my favorite car from the previous case, but the Bugatti Bolide beat it out just. But we got the Quick Chat right there as well. And what else do we have down here? We've got the Decidedly Go in a new color, McMurdy Sperling again, and we've got the 70 Chevy Chevette, and that is a new VP Racing variation. Kind of a nice teal colorway on that with the white wheels. It's not too bad. I like that. What else do we have down here? We've got the 83 Chevy Silverado Black Widow. This is one that people were just going crazy for trying to find, but now it's pretty easy to find, so no big deal on that one. But still, a recolor of a Silverado is always good. Datsun 240Z, and ooh, that is a good recolor on that one. The Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet. I said when this casting first came out, I think it was earlier this year or last year. No, I think it was last year, but I did not like the first color release of it. But this one in whites, the black stripe in the front, looks really good, and I love that whale tail on there as well. So beautiful recolor. Finally a nice one for that one. I like it. All right, and the bottom of the first half of our case, we have the 5 Alarm, and we have the Ford Mustang GTD, followed by the Dark Knight Batmobile right there. All right, next half of the case right here. I'll throw the cardboard aside, grab our first ones up the top. We've got the Holler Back, and we've got another one of the Chevy Silverados right there, followed by the Lotus Cortina. That was new casting last year, and it is recolored, and that is quite the recolor on that. It's a matte finish recolor on there. I think it is a matte finish recolor on that one. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. Not a bad recolor. Put those aside, grab our next ones up top right here. We've got Mazda MX-5 Miata in white, Cupra E-Racer again, and the Monster High Galmobile. We saw, I think, all of those in our previous case. Grab right up top. We've got the 24/7, which is essentially a Mazda RX-7, but when it was unlicensed, but now they have a licensed variation of it. New for 2026, this is a new casting right here, the Austin Mini Cooper S. That is really cool, and every time I see one of these, if you ever watch the show, I think of Mr. Bean. So surely they have to release one of these in a yellow to kind of throw back to Mr. Bean. I think that's a really nice, like, retooled casting. I think we've seen Mini Coopers before, like we definitely have, but that one definitely looks more realistic. So cool new. I don't know if it's a retool of a previous casting or if it's just a brand new Austin Mini Cooper S, but we have seen Cooper before. Another Ferrari SF90 Stradale. No complaints there. Loving the Ferraris. And up the top, we've got Hollerback again, followed by the Quick Chat, another one of those, and we've got the Ragin Express right there on that one. Very nice, Ragin Express, very cool. Put that aside. Grab our next ones here. 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger, followed by the Braille Racer Twin Mill again, and another one of the 5 Alarms. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, check that out. That's another amazing recolor of the McLaren W1. I love that blue. That blue is fantastic. And now I'd love to see this blue on that Porsche 911, right? That would be super cool to see. We also pulled out these two right here, which was the Pagani Zonda Cinque, again, the tuned up variation, and another one, the Porsche Taycan Turbo S's. Put those aside. We've got the Dark Knight Batmobile, followed by the La Libre, and that is a new for 2026 casting as well, right there. La Libre? I have no idea if it's a licensed casting or if it's just a fantasy car. I have no idea what this one's about. So if you know anything about this car, you can tell me. I am not educated on that one at all. I also did pull out a Corvette Grand Sport. It's not a split window, just a regular one. And we'll put those aside. And what else do we have? We've got the Roller Toaster right there. Very nice. Followed by the Monster High Galmobile again. And a What's Up. All right. And we have Drift Box, followed by the X-Steam and the HW Kit Concept car right there. Getting down to the bottom right here, we've got another one of the La Libres, and Purple Passion, and another Bugatti Bolide. I love that. Love that. All right, next we do have the Ford Mustang GTD, and look at this! We have the super treasure hunt for the case. The Ferrari F40 Competizione Super Treasure Hunt. Very, very cool. That is awesome, and it's definitely the super. We can see it right at the bottom right there. You can see that super treasure hunt logo, the real riders on there. But yeah, that is awesome. Yes, so happy we got the super for that one. I was definitely on the hunt for this one. I was gonna buy one of them. We got it now. Super happy we got the super treasure hunt for the case. All right, we got the Ford Mustang GTD as well. And we've got the Chevy Fleetline. Did I already show you that? Wow, I'm so excited getting the super. All right, next, the last ones that we have. Austin Mini Cooper S, the 24/7, and the Hightail Chaser. Comment down below your favorite car from this case.
The 2026 Hot Wheels D case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is Hot Wings, and the super treasure hunt for this case is the 64 Impala. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. All right, let's start up right at the top right here for the first cars from this case. And first up, we have the Donut Drifter, followed by the 67 Camaro. This one in a nice gold color, looking good. We have the Hoto Roto right there with the 8-ball livery on it right there. All right, Porsche in white. I love this casting. The Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet, this time with black and the white, and then the black striping on there. Looking great. Love this. Can't wait to see this in more different colors as well. But for now, the white's one of the nice ones. All right, we've got next El Segundo Coupe in white, followed by the Cruise Bruiser right there. Looks to be some new colors of those ones. And up the top right here, we'll grab actually 3 here. We've got the VW ID Buzz Bomb right there. I'm not too sure the significance of why it's called Buzz Bomb. It says Buzz Bomb. It's an ID Buzz. That's just a different color and a different livery, but there it is, Buzz Bomb. 76 Chevy Chevette, and we've got the Voltage Spike. Voltage Spike, that's not a new one. I'm trying to remember when I saw this one last, but doesn't seem to be a new casting for 2026. The VW ID Buzz Bomb, they do call it a new casting, so it's not the actual ID Buzz, it's a different one. So interesting. We'll have to compare it with an ID Buzz in a future video. All right, next up we've got Birthday Burner right there. It looks to be a new color of that one. Corvette Grand Sport, and we have the Ferrari F40 Competizione in black. And actually, I've been waiting to get my hands on another carded one of these as I opened my last one up in my previous case. So that's my only carded one that I have now, which will be in a future Ferrari video. You'll see that soon. All right, we'll put that aside. Next, we've got the Dark Knight Batmobile, followed by the Mazda RX-7 with a bunny on the side of it. And we've got the Decidedly Go 8-ball car right there. Looks to be a new color. What else do we have? We've got the Lotus Cortina, we've got the 69 Chevelle, and we've got the Supercharged NHRA edition of that Supercharged. Very nice.
And we have the Twin Dorado, looks to be a new color variation of that. Another one of these supercharged, and another one of these 67 Camaros right there. What else? We've got the Lucid Air, looks to be a new colorway of that one as well, followed by the Coupe Clip in a new color. That's looking good. Coupe Clip's a cool car. Keychain, if you didn't know, it's got the little keychain thing on the, where is it? It should be on the back of it, right? Why am I not? Oh yeah, it is. There it is. So you can see right through there. It doesn't actually stick out, but there's a hole, so you can put it as a keychain. Next, we've got the Rapid Pulse right there as well. Paramedic Rapid Pulse. There we go. All right. We've got Mini Cooper S. That is a new for 2026 casting, but we did see it in the previous case. The La Libre. That one is a Legends Tour, new for 2026 casting as well. And we've got, look at this, Passon Gasser right there in a new yellow color for that one. Interesting wheels on the back as well. Cool, not bad, not bad. All right, what else do we have? El Segundo Coupe, followed by the Datsun 240Z, and a Donut Drifter. Another one of those. What else do we have? Hato Roto. We've got the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione, and there should be another Ferrari in this case as well. This is just a carryover from the previous case, though. Dark Knight Batmobile as well, another one of those. And decidedly go again. We've got the Cadillac ATS VR. Ooh, interesting color on that one right there. I like it. Kind of cool. We got the Lucid Air as well, another one of those. And next half of the case. Let's get there. There we go. Get through there, and let's see what we can see in here. We'll start right at the top. There's the Datsun 240Z, and a new for 2026 casting, and it is the Toyota Prius Custom. Yeah, I'm not a big Prius fan, but you know what? The new Prius design, I actually think it looks pretty good. I hate to admit that. And then they did this one as a customized one. So yeah, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's great either, but there it is, Prius Custom. Polestar TRX, interesting color variation of yellow and black. Kind of like that one. Looks pretty cool. Very different from the kind of the moonwalking colorway that they started off with. We'll put those aside. We'll grab up top right here. We've got the Hako Type D. We saw that one about a year or two ago. Now we're getting some new colors of that. 2017 Audi RS6 Avant. And we got another Ferrari F40 Competizione in black. Loving to see another one of those. Hopefully we get another one in this case too. We'll have to see. Hot Wings, that is the treasure hunt of the case, I believe it is. Yep, we can see the treasure hunt logo on the back of the card right there. Underneath, you can see the treasure hunt logo, and let's see if we see the treasure hunt logo on here as well. Struggling to see it. It might be, oh, there it is. It's right on the top right there. Now I see it. I'm just blind. There we go. Treasure hunt, awesome. Nice to see the treasure hunt for the case. There's another one of the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competiciones. Again, we should still see another Ferrari in this case. Volvo 240 Drift Wagon right there. There we go. And Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. That's a nice new color variation of that one. Looks pretty good. I like that. It's kind of cool. Buzz Bomb again. Lotus Cortina again. Another one of those. What else do we have? There it is. There is our other Ferrari, the new for 2026. The Ferrari 12 Cylindry is what they say. The Dieci Cylindry is the official wording or name for it as well. But very nice new Ferrari casting. This is the Ferrari casting when it came out, or when Ferrari announced this car. I kind of didn't like it, but it's really starting to grow on me. I actually understand it better. I appreciate it more. And the side profile, it's definitely cool, definitely sporty. So yeah, pretty cool. You'll see that one in an upcoming Ferrari video as well, so stay tuned for that. And then right after it, I did pull out also the 64 Impala, but that is not the Super Treasure Hunt. That is just the main line. You can see it's got the plastic wheel tire combination on there. And then we also had the Acceleron right there, and that is a new for 2026 casting as well. Kind of an interesting looking casting, I have to say. What do you guys think of that one? It's kind of a hypercar, supercar-ish fantasy casting. Kind of looks kind of cool. All right, I dig it. That was a good pull of 3 cars right there. All right, next up we've got The McLaren W1 in blue. I love that colorway of this one. Very, very nice. Followed by the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300L and another one of the Austin Mini Cooper S right there, which we did see before. 69 Chevelle, the tune variation, another Volvo Drift Wagon, and another one of the Mazda RX-7s. So all ones we've seen before. And we've got the Quick Chat. That's a new color variation, which I believe we saw in the previous case, though. Another one of the Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolets, and another Dark Knight Batmobile. We should have some more in here. There's another 12 cylindry right there. Beautiful. Oh, yes, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. 96 Porsche Carrera. That's a new color variation of that one right there. Nice metallic on there with the Carrera written on the side, looking good. And the Desert Drifter right there looks to be a new color variation of that one. Put those aside. We've got another of the Toyota Prius Custom. We've got the Lamborghini Huracan Coupe Liberty Walk Edition with the 63 on the side. That is looking fantastic. Great looking casting, great looking color variation with the 63 Lamborghini number right there. Renault a Space F1 in a new blue colored variation. That's looking good too. I like that. Looks good in the blue. Put those aside. And we've got, ooh, check it out. The Visa Cash App Red Bull Formula One, a new color variation of a Formula One mainline. Very nice. I'm loving collecting these Formula One cars from Hot Wheels. We do also have another one of the Accelerons right there, and another of the 2023 Nissan Z. Very cool. And the last three cars of the case looks to be an interesting one here too as well. Check that out. The 85 Honda CRX in yellow. It's a nice new color variation of that one right there. Look at the Honda on the top as well. Kind of a cool looking car. We've got the Feline Lucky. Check out the color of Feline Lucky on that. And then we followed that with another Heiko Type D. Very cool. Nice case. I like it. 3 Ferraris in this case. No super, but definitely worth it. But let's have a look at the super treasure hunt from this case. All right, here is our main line again of the 64 Impala. There is the regular variation and the super treasure hunt variation of the 64 Impala. So you can see that Spectra Flame blue, very cool looking. I really, really like this casting as a super treasure hunt. Very throwback to the lowrider era. And we've got that one right here, perfectly made into a lowrider style. Bottom base, it is in chrome. You can see the real riders on there as well. And let's do a little bit of comparison. This one you might struggle to find it in stores because it's similar, unless you really know what you're looking for right there. Definitely different color. This one has, the mainline is more of a green tinge, whereas the Super Treasure Hunts, it's more of a blue tint on it. You can see the TH logo on the back right there. So you can confirm that that one is a Super Treasure Hunt, whereas the mainline one you can see doesn't have that. But yeah, that's your comparison so you can tell, but definitely a good case. Comment down below your favorite car from this case, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.